Eddie Gabor joins me now. Great to see you this morning, Eddie. You've been on the sidelines for quite some time, but you have recently started buying. And if my notes are correct, you're bought into healthcare. Why there particular?
Yeah, so yesterday we did put a little bit of cash to work. Don't get us wrong. We are not out of the woods economically. I agree with a lot of things that Liz just talked about economically, but we wanted to be in areas that we felt like could still deliver on earnings in the back half of this year, regardless of what happens economically. And healthcare and healthcare equipment, which is what we added yesterday, is an area that we think can deliver. We also actually added India as an exposure as well, too, to get ourselves outside of the U.S. in an area that we think is going to have some growth. With you see names like Apple and Amazon making some big investments there, and I think that trend's going to continue. So it allows us to stay diversified, still have a great cash position in using money markets and picking our spots. And that's what you have to do in this market, because we're going to get a lot of mixed signals. And then July earnings is going to really be the next catalyst. So we're being very patient with our entries and following our process.
You know, it's funny, Michael Lee was on here earlier saying that this is the most difficult market in his career that he's ever had to kind of gauge and anticipate and figure out. We get all this economic data, some of it better, some of it not. There's going to be a, to your point, I think, Eddie, that you're basically saying that the information we're getting, the data we're getting, points to pretty volatile next 6 months, end of the year, or maybe into half of 2024. I mean, it's a very difficult environment to get your hands on, get a grip of. And so the question is, how do you play that? I mean, defensively, yes, but how else?
So look, again, I agree. I think the next 12 months are going to be extremely challenging because, look, the Fed is not done yet. Earnings are going to be all over the place. We got some companies that have really gone through the roof that are going to now have to put up or shut up in regards to earnings. And again, there's the whole recession. That is the million-dollar question. If we do not go into a recession, then you're going to see this market broaden out and things will be fine. I am still in the recession camp, that we are not going to get through this tightening credit cycle without a recession. I just don't believe you can borrow and spend your way to prosperity. And that's exactly what we've done to get to this point. And so there's going to be a price to pay for this tighter credit. So you're going to have to be very active and buy dips in certain areas that you feel like, if you're wrong on the timing, won't hurt you too bad to the downside. So the last 18 months has been challenging. I think the next 12 are going to be just as challenging. And then we should see back to a bull market.
I thought you were going to be more optimistic, Eddie Gabor, but you've always been very straight and honest, and I hear exactly what you're saying. Eddie, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Still a lot of caution out there, let's put it that way.